Hello, hello, beautiful humans. Welcome back to Glow with TJ. Today, I want to talk about the coaching process. So, let's say you've been to, listening to me talk here, and I appreciate the follow. Maybe you've been reading my website and you'd like to know like what this process looks like. So, if you reach out on my website, connect with me somehow and say, "Hey, I'm interested in coaching." I will send you an email back and it will include a pre-coaching questionnaire. Now, this questionnaire, it takes a little bit to fill out, and the point of it is to to help you get figured out, to help you kind of sort out what it is you want to work on, where life feels good, where it doesn't, um, where you found me, what you're looking for, what those big goals are. Just helps you kind of get a chance to check in with where you're at and look a little bit deeper. This also, when I get it back, gives me information so that I can start figuring out how to support you right away. So that when I respond back and say, thank you, thank you for those wonderful responses. Let's set up a connection call. I will have an idea of where we're going to start. And so I can help guide this conversation and help keep us on task. Because if you're anything like me, sometimes when you get started talking, it just kind of goes everywhere. And we want to be able to keep it really focused. And I find that if you've checked out those questions before, if you've written some things down and thought about it, then you have a much better um, idea of where you want to go. And we don't spend 30 minutes talking about something that really isn't of interest to where you want to start, where you want to go. So you get that questionnaire, you send it back to me. I take a look at it, I reach out and let you know that, hey, yeah, here's the link to schedule a connection call. I think it would be great to connect with you. We get on that call, we go through your questionnaire, really trying to hone in on where it is that you want to focus, what kind of things you want to do. It gives you a chance to ask me questions because this is definitely, it needs to be a good fit both directions for sure. Um, you get the chance to ask me questions. You get the chance to hear a little bit more about maybe my philosophy. We get to touch base with the things that you've pointed out. And then maybe something's happened in between those times that you filled it out and then we've had our call that you can say, yeah, I feel like this is going to end up being a little bit more important, or yes, these are the things would love to work on. And this is really the big things that I want to get out of this. And so we can have those conversations for a while. And then at the end of that call, um, we get to, I get to tell you about how this process goes, what it looks like going forward. I'll ask for, I'll ask you if you'd like to work with me. And that, you get a chance to say that on camera. You can take a few days and think about it. It's really what you need in the moment. And maybe it's not a good fit for you at this time. Maybe you don't feel like I'm the best coach to walk with you, and that's okay. Maybe there's something that I felt like I wouldn't be able to help you bring about what it is the change that you want, but I would always try to refer you to someone who I believe might maybe be a better fit and be a stronger support for you. Um, I have yet to have that happen though. Um, what else? Let's see. And then, so we kind of talk about the logistics of what's next, what it looks like, payment, signing an agreement, getting sessions set up. And so, there's some emails that go back and forth, and then we get our first session set up, which will be a little bit longer so that we can take the time and really find the right wording for your goals, the wording that makes you so excited to get up and work on this each day. It really embraces, or embodies, encompasses what it is that you want out of this. We find those. And along the way, I utilize the body in sessions. So helping you get grounded. If you feel like you're just spinning your wheels in your head, helping you drop back in and tune into what it is that your heart wants. Noticing if the actions that you've set for yourself feel like oh, those are really big and we need to break them down further, or wow, that doesn't excite me. I don't know where to go with that. And maybe, okay, we have to shift gears just a little bit to find those actions that help you get excited about that. So utilizing the body to what do I want to say? To like intuitively help you go forward in a way that is very aligned with who you are and what you stand for and what you want out of this. So we do that. We set the session, or we set the goals. We set the action steps, your starting point, so that you can get a real strong understanding of where you start. And I'll talk about that in another episode because it's an important piece and it can be a tricky one to understand. So I know that that's something that has come up frequently for me. Um, so we do that, and then I send you off on your own for the next, for 2 weeks, and you have things that you work on in between there. You are always welcome to send an email with some questions, or hey, I'm stuck here and I can help figure things out, help you figure it out with some questions to ask you to help get you going again. Voice note, that's always an option, but not to process, but to say, wow, I figured this out, or wow, I'm stuck here. I need a different perspective or another way of looking at this, or another question to help me understand and clarify what it is I'm trying to do here. Um, and if you have homework, meaning these action steps, things that you can write, if you're always welcome to put it in a Google, and then I can comment on it. I can help you, see where maybe some patterns are. I can offer you some reflections, or you can even offer me reflections on the things that you've been doing, so that to help you go deeper in with this work. So every 2 weeks we get on a call. Those After the first call, the other ones will be shorter, a little, yeah, about an hour instead of 90 minutes. And we'll go over we'll talk about your goals again, just like briefly, what are they? Check in with them. Talk about the actions that you did, maybe what was challenging, maybe what you found, what your first action was, what you were excited about doing. And we look at each goal individually and we set the new actions based on what you were able to take on and work through from your first session. And we do that throughout the sessions, again, with that support all the way through. And my very favorite session is the last one, because I love being able to summarize the journey you've been on and be able to show you where you started and where you've ended. It is so beautiful to see those. And it's not because I'm excited for our work to end. I just really love being able to give you your progress back, to show it to you in my own words, to see, and in capturing your own words too, your words in there, maybe things that you've said along the way, putting them in there and being able to show you your journey. Because sometimes we forget to celebrate all the pieces and all the things we've done along the way. And any transformation that's happened, whether it's big, whether it's small, whether we rearranged your goals at any point, because we check in with them in every session. So it is so beautiful to be able to see that and capture that and share it with you. And I love that last session for that reason. It's so moving. Um, yeah. So let's see. What else do I want to tell you about that? And then, of course, there's always going to be the invitation to continue working together. Maybe you need to deepen the goals we set. Maybe you want to go again for another 3 months and deepen those goals a little bit more. Maybe those feel good. You feel good in those areas, but wow, you've realized something else is out of alignment, and we go into those and we can continue on for another 3 months. And I would absolutely love to support people that way. Just because it's a 3-month series doesn't mean it has to end at 3 months. So I hope that gives you kind of an idea of what the coaching process looks like. And obviously, if you have any questions, reach out. I would love to answer them. If if this has sparked something in you and you would like a chance to um, chance to work with me, I would love that. Love to have you on board. Um, yeah, reach out, comment with questions, thoughts. Would love to support you in any way I can. Until next time, have a beautiful day.